What if I told you there was an RPG with custom team building elements, kind of like Pokemon, but unlike Pokemon, the turn-based combat was cool, and the mini-games that you get to get benefits and buffs for your characters match their personality, kind of like Super Paper Mario. And also has a sweet, wholesome storyline where you travel a sky-like island like Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, and also go dungeon exploring in a bunch of little mini-islands. You would probably say, oh, that sounds pretty cool, I like that, yeah. Well, I'm glad to tell you that it's 20 bucks on Steam, and it's called Cloud Meadow. Okay, wait, hold on, let me explain. I can explain, okay? Now, I know what it looks like, okay? But listen, I was just like you, alright? And I thought this game was just some NSFW meme game, okay? But I saw some of the gameplay, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll give it a chance. It looks interesting. I'll just refund it after 2 hours. And then I played it for 5 hours straight, not realizing what time it was. Now look, okay, I don't like it either, alright? I'm not one for these corn games, but look, if you can look past the big mama hondonka honkaroos and these 8-pack daddy don danka onkaroos, alright? It's just a great game, alright? There's a great game in there if you look past all the fucking beef with Dami on top and the $5 footlong with extra throat sauce. It's a great game, alright? It's a great turn-based RPG in here, alright? Everyone who's still here and didn't immediately click off, let me tell you about this hidden gem, alright? Just like the one in this cat mommy's belly. Okay, I'm done. Let's go. Okay. The lore, alright? There is a lot of fucking lore. A lot of lore. There is so much dialogue that I skipped. But it's okay, I'm sorry, but I'm a gamer here, alright? I'm here to game. But I know what's going on, so it's fine, okay? Let me explain it. Alright, so you, the protagonist, you come to this island under the orders of the Union to get a local farm and working condition, which happens to be a breeding farm for the domestication of cat girls and monster men and women. By the way, it's something I just think is really funny. For all your haters and sigmas out there, you can just turn off the gay, by the way. Something the South has been working on for years that a small indie game has done in a day. After you're settled in and talk to all the town's patrons, you can go into the dungeon to help some friends of yours and go on missions and quests for people across the land. That is, until you figure out there's an evil group of people stealing monsters and hurting them. So it's up to you to track them down and save them because you're the only person allowed to have slaves? Pets? Roommates? And now comes for the best part, the gameplay. Good God, the turn-based combat in this game is so interesting. Right out the gate, there are so many stats and abilities to read and so many like buffs and debuffs and different things and combinations you can do from the very beginning of the game. Now, every single monster and person has 4 abilities and 1 passive, usually. And now, I don't know them all, but I'll tell you the ones that I do know. First up, you have an Yeti guy who can break his ice hammer to give him more attack for the cost of defense, kind of like an icy hot situation you got going on there. You got a lizard baddie who's all about speed and can pass a quick time skill check, and if you get it, you get a speed and evasion attack boost along with buffing some of her other abilities. And then you got Bronzehide, my favorite character, and his ability is to reduce damage if you time a skill check right, and he'll also be able to taunt and shield your allies. And then you have Big Orc Bitch, who uses a giant food thermos as a weapon. How cool is that? She does more damage the more hungry she is, but if she gets too hungry, she'll start to damage herself. So it's a balance between making her eat and making her not eat to heal herself, and if you want to do more damage, it's just a cool dynamic. And then you have a Ghost Man who has a Nivea egg from League of Legends, except it's a fucking nuke that explodes after 2 turns. He can also remove all debuffs from your team to do more damage, and also can just heal and give you more max health damage. And then you have dragons in this game that are just basic monsters you can collect, and I think you can see a theme with my team choice. Look, okay, I came into this game trying to be cool and have neat harpies and snakes and cyclops people, cool little animals and creatures, but I got lucky and got dragons early, and they're just really good and have high base stats, and now I'm playing Dragon City, okay? It's not my fault. It's just how it happened, alright? Anyway, the dragons get natural crit chance and can burn enemies and buff your team's crit chance, so they're really good to be on your team. And that's about all the people I used in the game. I also played on the hardest difficulty, so if I complain, just know that you can play on doo-doo baby mode if you want. But I'm here to get hard and game, not sit back and jerk off. I'm here to fight! To win! And with that all out of the way, I can tell you what happened to me. So, I spawned in, and I got straight to fucking. And going straight into the dungeon to kill everything I could see. And after a couple days, and yes, I beat the game before the seasons changed, I got my first dragon, and she fucking rocks. And then I got all the way to the first boss, and got wrecked. Over and over again. I was not ready. But to be fair, this boss heals whenever it wants to, so it's really hard to do any consistent damage to it when its health bar is effectively double what it actually is. It took me a while, but one good team switch and a couple buffs, and we got him. And unfortunately, this is the first bad thing I have to say about the game. After this boss fight, I had no problems, and I rarely died throughout the rest of the game. And also, I think it's sad that the guild members are as good as they are, because there's no reason to use any of your monsters, because the guild members level up with you, and are all around just have cooler and more unique abilities than your monsters do, and your monsters don't get leveled with you, so if you try to train a new monster, they start at 0, and I mean, you can put them in training camps to try to get their levels up, but by the time you can get them up to where all the rest of the guild members are, you're already done with the game. And the special abilities of the guild members are just so good. Like, they get free healing, they can get a free res, they can get special AoE attacks, they can get special, like, team attacks. But despite all that, I tried leveling a dragon up by breeding them, and I got some good ones, but like for 7 hatches, all I got were males. So I couldn't find any more females at the store, so I'm just having a dragon jerk party all game, and they're all related, and you can't do incest, by the way, that's illegal. So I'm just sitting here hoping to God I can get another female so I can just like diversify my dragons and level them up so I can use my dragons, and it's just guy after guy after guy. But at the very least, their baby batter sells for a lot, so at least I'm rich on dragon jizz. Never thought I'd say that sentence. And then a lot of stuff happens after that boss fight. Don't worry, I'm not gonna try to explain it in one vid because this is already 4 pages long. Basically, you beat some pirates, you beat some monsters, you beat some more pirates, you beat some more monsters, and then you become Beast Boy, which you just are a lizard now as your special move. And then you find the evil breeders, the Team Rocket of Cloud Meadow, which, if you think about it, if they're trying to get the monsters, like, away from you, you know, the person who's boinking them, I mean, if they're not, like, you know, torturing them, aren't they, like, the good guys? Hell no! And then you go in swinging and beat the fuck out of these guys. And then they go gadget, get fabulous, and reappear as some Viva Pinata creatures. And then you beat them again, they go to jail, and you have a romantic bottle episode with this pirate guy. And then the game ends. But wait, that's not all. This game is still getting updates to this day, and it's only the beginning of what this game can be. And from what it looks like, there's way more bosses planned, and I hope the creatures get variants based on what the monsters look like. And I hope they do, because I would love to have a team of these silly little guys. So, all in all, this game deserves to be known more than a porn game, okay? This isn't some Hoonie Pop Match 3 mobile game. This isn't some 3D fuckfest game that was made in 10 seconds. The people who made this game, yes, made big sexy men and women, but they also made a great turn-based RPG game that honestly deserves to be right next to some of the greats, okay? So there. 9 out of 10. Fuck you. Bye. Like and sub.